Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Fan. If you are new to my channel, I'm a trans woman. I'm in my mid-30s and this channel is gonna be me talking a lot about my life, what I found interesting, and to share my trans experience with my fellow trans folks, but also just for anyone who would like to learn more about trans. So yeah, if you're interested, definitely hit that subscribe button anytime. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. It never hurts and it helped me being discovered by more people. So definitely it's always a plus and never hurt to hit that like button. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about something I think it's not so there aren't a lot of discussion around it on YouTube yet, and that is transgender in the workplace. And yeah, I personally think that being a trans person, it can be very complicated depending on your line of work. And for me, being a photographer, I think it's less complicated, but I definitely have my complication here. And I think it's just in general for women, any women in the society, to navigate through your workplace, your company dynamic, politics. It's very tricky, and it will never be, simple as you do your job, you do it great, and everything's fine. There's so much, there is so much that comes into this personal relationship with the people you work with. How agreeable are you with the team and everything. So I think everyone have to deal with this, but just for being trans, there's always a layer of added complexity. And for me, I guess being a photographer and having to work with different team of creative all the time, and just meeting new people all the time, I felt like, sometimes maybe I come across a makeup artist and she might make me feel like she knew I'm trans, or giving me faces or whatnot. It's not very often, but it can happen. And I think at workplace, I always try to ignore any of the things that I observe that could be uncomfortable for me. And but also I think between women there's a dynamic of like, you can feel if someone is not you can feel if someone is conservative. And I think for me, I usually don't disclose. First of all, I don't disclose my transgender identity at workplace, because I don't feel like people have to know just to work on this project with me. And if they do, that's something else, but that's not my personal identity, my very personal information. It's up to me to disclose whenever I want, whenever I felt safe. And and as for your male colleagues, your male boss, I think it's just in general between male, there is always something tricky, because you can be at your workplace and met someone who think you are good and qualified for what you do, but also might be interested in you. You can feel like friendliness or overly friendliness. What's the word? And it's normal. I think all women go through that, but just for being trans, I'm I'm very careful. I definitely have a line of not being overly close with my male colleagues unless they knew me, you know, for a while, and I feel like I'm safe to disclose this part of me to them. Otherwise, I usually are more precautious in that, because I think, you know, it depends on our industry. Some industry, it's very driven by personal network, personal relationship, and this is when it's very, there's a lot of stake if we open ourselves to potential I don't want to say attack, but the potential for someone to be conservative, to disagree with us, or to not like us, you know. And work has already been very challenging, very competitive. It's just, for me personally, to lessen the complication and just try to focus on being creative, doing my job great. I think that's something I focus on. Yeah. And I know for some of you out there who might be in a more conservative setting, or who are, or you maybe think, you know, you might not be possible, or you're non-binary. I think being non-binary or non-possible, it's slightly different, because people react to you immediately and you can tell, and there's not a lot of control in terms of, you know, how you control, you own your very personal information. It can be visual. And I know that for trans folks who are non-binary or not as possible or not possible yet, it's very different from the trans folks who are possible. And by no means, I think trans is not defined by possibility. It's just you know, the result of how the outside world react to us. It's very much based on possibilities at the moment in our culture, and it's unfortunate. But I think for possible trans folks at workplace, at a conservative workplace, I think yes, you should definitely do not disclose any of your information until I felt like you reach a position where you are maybe high enough to have some level of authority or stand, you know, to do that, because it's very tricky. It's very, yeah, it's not easy, you know, and we don't want it to be discredited for our very professional knowledge, expertise, you know. Because that's what we go to the work for, and what we make our money. And we don't want people to, you know, have to see us any other ways, or to see us different just because we are trans. And I know that it's very unspoken. It's really hard to find out if, you know, someone might have an issue with you, because at workplace everyone is always trying to be friendly and nice, and you know, it's normal. So I think in general, I wouldn't encourage someone at a conservative workplace to disclose your information, especially if you just joined a company. And yeah, anyway, actually today I shown this hat in my Mandarin video, and I just decided to worn it here in this one. I really like it. What do you guys think? I bought it on Taobao, which is a Chinese Amazon equivalent, okay? And I think it's really stylish. I think a lot of Chinese brands fashion has gotten, I mean, it has been like for many years, for a few years, been really forward. But I just really like this hat, you know, it's warm and it's like minimum chic. What do you think? I love it. And yeah, just because this video is gonna be my last video before my last video for the year. The next one will be next year. So I thought to glam up a little bit. I'm not very good at makeup and trying to get better. Today I had a pink eyeshadow and yeah, this ginormous earring from Zara, whatever. I think I don't know, it looks good right now. I don't know how it's gonna turn out when I go into premiere. And yeah, I just hope you guys like this look. I thought it's cute, so yeah. And last but not least, before I end this video, I just wanted to wish everyone peaceful, calm, peaceful and happy. Calm, peaceful and happy. Maybe some of you might not be so happy, but at least I hope you can feel the calm and blessing, because this year it's just tough. It's so, yeah, it's so much that we can do, and let's hope that with the vaccine rolled out, our world can get back to normal. We can travel again. I talk about it in my Mandarin video that usually when I go back to Asia during this time, and because of COVID this year I decided not to go, and it saddens me because I wanted to see my relative. I wanted to taste some actual Chinese food or Cantonese food, actually everything. And yeah, like I can, and it's just really, it's a bummer. So for me, my Christmas and New Year in Berlin will be very calm. I will try to cook myself some really nice foods, and I will have a dinner with a friend. So I think that's something I will do. The bare minimum. I know right now is not encouraged to gather, and I won't be having party obviously. So, but I think cooking with a friend, it's something that's reasonable, and especially I know her for a while. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys are well, stay healthy, and definitely call your parents, to call them, talk to them. I know like some people might choose not to visit your family, and I think it's important to call a parent and just make sure that, you know, they don't feel so alone. Video call is better, okay? Anyway, I will stop mumbling here, and I'll see you next year. Bye! Thank you guys for watching this episode today. Here are the links to my Instagram account and my photography web shop. Feel free to have a look. Have a fantastic day. Bye!